So, I'm sure by now we've all come across or heard about the famous rosemary water. It stimulates your hair growth, it's good for your scalp health, it does this and that. And I know you must be wondering whether all this is true or is it just overhyped. No matter who I choose. Rosemary, mint, ginger, cloves, fenugreek. That's all you need. Hey guys, it's Tiffany and welcome back to my channel. Let me show you a step-by-step tutorial of how I make my rosemary water from scratch. I start off by harvesting a few sprigs of rosemary. You can pause to read about the benefits. I then go ahead and harvest just a bit of mint because you don't need too much. And these are the benefits of mint. So before we begin, we have to ensure that we wash the rosemary and the mint thoroughly before we get to use them. You can also use the store-bought rosemary and mint, either fresh or dried will do. I have previously used dried rosemary to make the rosemary water. It still worked well for me and I saw the results. With the ones purchased from a store, kindly be aware of the brand you choose to purchase from and ensure that you clean them properly in case of any harsh chemicals that were used. From the fresh store-bought rosemary and mint, you can plant your own and get an endless supply. But be warned, especially with mint, it tends to be very invasive. So I have been using rosemary water consistently for some time now, and I can truly agree that it grows your hair. On to the next step, we are going to add the ingredients into a pot. We are going to add freshly cut ginger as well, and these are the benefits of ginger. Some fenugreek seeds. Some people prefer to use the leaves, and these are the benefits of fenugreek to the hair. And finally, some cloves. We won't put too much because in excess, they tend to cause dryness and skin irritation. And here are the benefits of cloves to the hair. Now we add the water. You don't need to be super exact with the amount of water to be added. Just put enough to cover the leaves, but also think about the quantity that you want to make. The next step is to heat up the mixture, ensuring that the water doesn't get to a boil, because we don't want to kill any active components in the ingredients, as that will take away its whole benefit. Another method that you can use is boiling water separately and waiting a couple of minutes for it to cool down, and then adding it to the pot filled with the ingredients and letting it steep for about an hour or two until it has cooled. Upon cooling down, the color will darken. Once you see the small tiny bubbles, it's time to cover it and let it simmer just for a few minutes. The color has become a bit darker. Now we can turn it off and let it cool. As we wait for the water to cool, let me tell you about a research study that was carried out in the year 2015. And the researchers found out that both rosemary oil and minoxidil showed an increase in hair count in the individuals in a period of 6 months. For those who have oily scalps like I do and can't apply rosemary oil on a daily, rosemary water is the next best alternative. Once it has cooled down, we are going to transfer it into a glass jar and store it in the refrigerator. Remember, it has no preservatives and has a limited shelf life. I keep it for 2 weeks at most to avoid any bacteria or fungi growing. The final color is dark brown after all the ingredients are infused. For easier application, I use the mist spray bottle and I spray directly onto my scalp. If you stay consistent and patient, you'll truly see the results. And that's how I make my rosemary water.